Warning. This is Brews and Bros, a laid-back podcast where we taste and rank some beers. We are not experts, and we are not beer sommeliers. We are just a couple of guys who love tasting all kinds of beer. We know what we like, and we want to share this with all of our listeners. 2 brothers, 3 beers. Let's go. Welcome back.
Yes, sir.
This is episode 2 of Brews and Bros. I'm the Bruiser.
I'm the Don Ernesto. Welcome back, peoples.
And we're excited. We got some IPAs for you coming up. Just like the warning said, we're not experts. There's 5 things that we like to focus on when we're talking about beer. We were talking about the first one was the pow factor when it touches your lips. What does it taste like? What's the next one there?
We got the color and we got head we judge it on. Aroma, taste,
and then your favorite?
The afterbite.
The afterbite. Don Ernesto is all about that afterbite. He doesn't like that lingering taste.
Yes.
And just like last time, we're going to give these beers a ranking. We're going to put it up on our social media. We're going to keep tabs on our charts for all of these. Like we said, we got the IPAs. It reminds us of those poolside times when we're just crushing them back.
Absolutely. I know it's kind of cold outside and it's wintertime, but I mean, it's going to bring us back to a good place for us because we love to crush those at poolside.
The poolside crushable beers. And I don't know if this one's going to be poolside crushable or not, but love the name. This is the Wicked Awesome IPA. What's the brewery?
Yep, it's Brook Brewery Company.
Classic.
Labeled as a strong beer, 6.5%. Okay, and the can, beautiful panther on there. I love it.
Yeah, it's like
it's simple.
Simple. You're looking at the colors. You got that purple. It almost looks like a team style of a color, like
That's right.
A sports team.
Yep.
And then they got a panther on there. It's the New England style IPA. So I think of Sam Adams. I think of those when I'm thinking about
right.
New England for sure.
Yep. And I love this coin they phrased right here: a tropical juice bomb.
Ooh,
hopefully that transfers to our taste buds, and we taste that.
Yeah, so just in case you don't know, we don't know if we mentioned it the last episode, but this is the first time we're trying all these beers. So this is live, semi-live to air, but when we're tasting, we're giving our honest opinion of what these beers are like. But I think I'm going in for the crack. I'm going to crack it open.
Crack it open.
Yeah, let's get right into
Let's
it.
go.
So we got that. See if how it goes.
You go first.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice.
Love that sound. Pouring it in. So again, I'm trying to give some details of, I don't know how amazing it sounds as a podcast, but I do see a nice haziness to this beer. Let's see.
Yeah.
Your
glass, my glass is really frosty, so I'm waiting for the color to come out.
You know what? It's almost too frosty.
It is.
I put them in the deep freezer because we like a nice frosted glass, and you're right. Is it the glass that's frosty,
it is,
or is it the beer that's
Look
hazy?
at that! I could scrape it like it was on my windshield.
Look at that!
Taking the ice off.
So
I love it.
We got a nice golden color to this.
Yep.
And we'll let you know if it's hazy or not in a couple seconds here as the frost goes down on the glass. I would say it's a semi-frost haze.
Yeah. Head is good for me. You got none.
I got none.
I don't know what happened there.
You have a better pour than I do, but it's a nice white color to that head.
And it's foamy. Nice and foamy on top.
It's nice and foamy.
I don't mind that.
So
Gets stuck on my beard.
I don't know if you already stuck your nose in it, but
no.
there's something I always love.
Oh.
Right, okay, he already did it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go in myself, and that's exactly the smell I wanted.
I love that.
It's got citrus, lemony.
Okay, hang on. I got to shout out. Tropical juice bomb.
That's the perfect way to describe this thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so I'm gonna give it a sip, and I'm gonna go. I guess we got to be honest here, Don. That we did a shot. We did a shot before the podcast. Shout out to 40 Creek.
Yes.
And we figured, when we were listening to the last podcast, we loosened up a bit, right? As the podcast went on, after we were drinking beer, obviously.
Absolutely.
So we're like, let's do a little shot in honor of my goddaughter. They bought me a beautiful bottle of 40 Creek.
Yep.
So I'm going to use that technique. I mentioned it last time. I don't like judging the beer based on my first gulp. I'm going to swish it around. That's the old wine tasting
and
style.
I didn't do that the last time. We're going to follow suit on you and see.
It's important, I think. So that's why. So I'm just going to give it a little sip. And again, I don't have a spittoon, so I'm just going to swallow it. But
ooh, that's cold.
Very cold. Very cold. Okay, so this is going in for the first sip here. I think that the taste matches what the aroma was.
Yep.
I'm not going to say it has a pow factor per se,
No, but you could taste. The initial one was yes, fruity. It was juicy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything that they described it as,
Yeah.
I'm definitely feeling
To a
on
T.
that first gulp.
Yeah.
So the aroma was great. I like the color on this thing. The taste doesn't have the pow, but it's got that IPA. Oh, I would say it's verging almost on a double IPA in terms of what it's tasting like to me.
Yeah,
But
I love the color. Nice and
the color's beautiful.
nice.
Gonna
And
go.
not too hazy.
Nope,
But it's nice.
gonna go on again. We know it's not one sip. It's one sip, two sips, three sips, as many as we need. Basically, get a pretty accurate rating here. But
Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, nice and refreshing. This is a poolside. This is crushable, Brew.
I think this might be crushable. I agree with you here.
This is crushable for me.
So, after bite, little linger.
A little bit.
I would say it's not going to overpower that slice of pizza that I might be eating
I
along with the
can
beer.
manage this. I can manage this.
I think it's manageable, right? And the Don already was saying you could do a few of these, maybe two or three on that scale.
Three's pushing it.
Three's pushing it, so you still
But
maybe
two-
one
two
or
for
two.
sure.
One or two,
One
yeah.
back to back.
One or two factor back to back. I think
to
you can
back.
definitely do for this one. So this one again was the Wicked Awesome IPA, the New England style IPA
From Brook Brewing Company. Yeah.
Brook, and I think just like last time, we're gonna spit out the ranking at the same time and see how close we get. You need another sip, or you think you're good to go?
Oh, I'm good. I'm gonna take another one anyways. But
All right, let's take another one.
yeah, it's good.
A lot going on. A lot going on
there.
Definitely as advertised. Okay, let's do this thing, Don.
Okay.
This is our first rating of the Wicked Awesome IPA by Brook on 3, 2, 1.
7.5.
6.8.
Ooh, okay. Wow.
So we had a 6.8 from
Okay.
me, 7.5 from the Don. It's funny when we spit it out. Then we look at each other and we're like, if there's a little bit of a gap, who's closer? What is it? So we're gonna give you the average on our charts. Then you can make your own decisions based on if you think you like the beer or not. But that
I
was
love this beer. This is
all
great.
right. We
Yeah.
got big things,
Now-
big props from.
Now my problem is we got two other beers after this. That might blow me
It's
away
all
even
good.
more. It's
Anyways,
okay.
we're gonna set up for the next beer here. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back. This is Brews and Bros. I'm the
Yes.
Bruiser.
I'm the Don Ernesto.
We were going to get into our second beer, but like we like to do in between here, we wanted to tell a little story about, this time it's about our trip to Chicago.
Woo!
And wow,
Yo,
this was, now first,
Chi-Town.
one of the best trips, first of all.
Honestly.
Lou Malnati, shout out. I don't know who's out there from Chicago, but that's the deep dish pizza
I
to try.
swear to God,
That's
if anybody
it.
tells me Giordano's
No,
or
no
anywhere
Giordano's
else,
over
nah,
here.
nah.
Once you had the Lou Malnatis with the butter crust.
Oh my
boy.
God.
Oh
my
boy.
God. What about when they brought the cookie out?
They brought the cookie, everything
deep
about
dish.
it. Anyways, that's not even the story, but we just went off on a tangent there. We're driving 8 hours. We're going to the Chicago White Sox game.
Well, I was flying that day.
Flying. Then we get there. It's scorching hot. We need a beer. We're looking around. All they got is the domestic stuff. That's not
Coors
going to do it
Light.
for us. Oh, it wasn't going to do it. Hey,
And it was banquet too. I think it was Coors Light.
Yeah, it was just the
nothing wrong-
standard
Hey,
stuff.
listen. Nothing wrong with that. People love it. It's a popular beer, but not
like,
for us.
we're in a new city. We'd never been there before. We wanted to see what Chicago had to offer.
Brew, tell them what happened.
Yeah, so we couldn't sit in our seats anymore. We started walking around, and just almost like a beacon of light hit us. There was a little section. We saw a bunch of guys just funneling down. It was literally in the basement, and it was called the Craft Cave.
Brew.
Oh.
It was like the epiphany.
It really was.
It was like,
and then just beer. They were just beer fridge after beer fridge after
wall
beer fridge.
and walls.
I
beer.
was blown away. I probably missed a good couple innings just going over all the different styles of beer that they had.
I was blown away. It was unbelievable, and I think that was our first forte into really like delving into craft beer flavors, taste.
Oh.
It's like you had all these options. Like, oh my God, there's There's more beer than Coors Light and Molson.
Yeah, so shout out to the Craft Cave. If you're gonna go to a Chicago White
Chi-town.
Sox game, definitely go check out the Craft Cave, and that's a good lead in into our next IPA. Wow, I gotta say this is maybe the best name I've seen ever in terms of a beer. It's literally called the Van Full of Weirdos Juicy IPA. Where's the brewery on this one, Don?
We're looking at it's called Refined Fuel Brewing Companies. Now, can I mention something here? I've never had any beer. This is going to be great. They're from Sarnia.
Hey, Sarnia! Shout out to Sarnia. Awesome.
6.2 strong beer considered, but obviously we're gonna have the tasting of that.
And I'm just looking at this can, and it was funny because when we were going over the details for this podcast, we're like, "Do we talk about the can?" I'm like, "How boring is it?" But I have to. It's a bunch of clowns, robots, people in makeup, guys holding an umbrella in this.
The can design is off the charts.
They're all in a van. It looks like a Scooby Doo van. It's one of those cans where you can look at it for an hour and you'll keep on looking and discovering brand new things.
I love it.
So amazing, nice teal color on there. But that's not what it's all about. It's all about this taste. We're gonna try this thing for the first time. This is the Van Full of Weirdos Juicy IPA.
Bro, we got tropical aromas there. We got a brilliant citrusy flavor.
And that's what we want from an IPA. Juicy. It's saying.
You know what? This is freshly squeezed vacation in a can.
Wow,
is this going to take me some?
The way that they're describing these beers is
this taking it away.
Fantastic. Let's go for this crack of the can. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow. I'm gonna. All right. Ooh, sorry about the knock on the mic there. I'm gonna pour this in. We let the glass thaw a little bit. We had them in the deep freezer, like we were saying last time. We couldn't quite tell if the last beer was a hazy or not. So I'm pouring this in. Yeah, definitely a beautiful haze. That's my favorite style when it comes to an IPA. I love that I cannot see through this glass. It's so hazy.
You know what? We're not comparing. Like the first beer, it's totally different color.
It was.
This is a darker.
Orange. You're holding it up to a light, and I'm not sure if it's the color of the light. It almost looks like I poured orange juice into this glass right now.
The other one was really light. Like a lemony.
Golden. It was definitely gold. So that's the awesome thing about IPAs. They have so many different flavors, so many different tastes going on. So nice white head to it.
Yep.
I'm going to stick my nose in there.
Brew, different smell though.
Different smell. Doesn't have as much of an aroma as the last one.
Correct.
I was expecting a little bit more because it was so hazy, but slight citrus.
Not as strong as, but the smell is beautiful.
Going back in.
That citrusy.
And again, I'm going to switch it around for my first gulp. And then I'm going to go in for the real one. And
I can't really do that. I got sensitive teeth. And this glass is freezing. The beer is freezing.
Okay. So I'm going to say it doesn't have much of a pow factor other than it's hoppy. So we got that very hoppy taste to it. I'm not getting much in the way of a citrus or any unusual flavors going on. What do you think, Don?
You know what, Brew? I do. This is different, man. Like, this is great. Totally different, obviously, from the first beer.
Yeah.
Citrusy. But it's got a different taste.
There's a smoothness to it.
The afterbite is not as strong as the last one.
Yeah, the afterbite.
Nice.
Yeah, not as much of an afterbite. I would say that the smoothness of it, it's approaching crushable. I would almost say maybe another one or maybe two back to back at the dinner table.
Back to back, absolutely.
But I could see this being paired with a lot of different foods, and I don't think it would take away from the flavor at all.
No, this is a nice beer.
So,
this is nice and smooth. Very, very good.
Yeah. What was the alcohol content on that again?
6.2.
6.2. And did it say anything about the IBUs on there?
It doesn't. Not thinking about IBUs.
So we were talking about. We really wanted to try to find out ahead of time what the IBUs. Sometimes on the can they'll list the IBUs, and for us when we're talking about IPAs, and just in case you don't know what the IBU stands for, Don, what does it stand for again? The IBU.
So International Bitterness Unit. Okay, so IBUs.
And if we're talking about beer specifically, for those people who don't like, and I hate using the word bitter.
Right.
I've actually had brewmasters get angry at someone at the table, for example, when they're asking, is it a bitter beer?
Really?
Yeah, they don't like that term. But and if there are the brewmasters out there, you let me know. Is there something they should be saying instead? But I try to avoid that word bitter. But if we're talking IBU, the bitterness of that beer itself.
And it's funny because when you search for it online, that's all it talks about. So it's funny that the brewmasters are battling this, right? So it'd be interesting to find out why they don't like it,
Yeah,
and
why?
how else we can describe that.
So what I wanted to mention about the IBUs, and I don't want to spend too much time on it, but we have a lot in the 5. So 5 is just like you don't taste much bitterness.
Yeah.
I want to say hoppiness, but that's not even the correct term either.
How high can it go up to?
120 it can go up to. So if we find something in 120, then
that's going to be something to look for, though.
Sure.
We should look for it the next time we get our
absolutely. But anyways, I think I'm ready for this one. Don, do you want to take another sip? Or?
Let me take another sip.
All right, he's going to go back in for another one.
I'm
I'll go back
thoroughly
in.
enjoying this.
Me too. Me too. Yep.
I'm ready.
I think I'm ready too.
Yeah.
Okay. As always, we're going to spit out our ranking at the same time on 3, 2, 1, 7.0. Oh, we got it! We got it! What do we do? What's the one? This one? No! It was the wrong one. This one. That's the one I was looking for. We said that if we got it bang on, same ranking, we were going to play that MJ style. Ooh! And that was an ooh. 7.0 from both of us. First time bang on, same ranking. Solid ranking. And again,
solid ranking.
That was the Van Full of Weirdos Juicy IPA from the Refined Fool Brewing Company. Big props.
Foolishly good beer, guys. Listen, I mean, go to the store and just check
Pick
out
it up.
this
Just get the
This is
can.
great.
Just,
Yeah.
it's a piece of art. You're not going to want to throw this can out for
This
sure.
is great. It's fantastic. Out of Sarnia, Ontario, okay?
Sarnia, Ontario. Shout out to
Simcoe. Shout out
them.
to
Anyways,
Simcoe.
we're going to load up our next beer. We'll see you in a few.
Woo!
We're back.
Boom!
This is Brews and Bros.
Let's go.
We're almost ready for the third beer, but before we get to that third beer, I wanted to set up a scenario for you. Let's pretend that you're at someone's house for the first time. It's a party. And you've never been to this person's house before. And they ask, and I want you to listen carefully to what the question is. They're saying to you, would you like a beer? Now,
Huh?
a lot of things run through my mind when I hear that.
This is tricky.
Because when they just say beer, they're not really telling me what they've got. I don't know if they have a selection back there. And the Don was talking earlier about not being a beer snob, but what do you think about that? Let's focus on that question first of all. They ask, do you want a beer?
Okay. It processes in me that there might be something there that I'm not going to like.
Not going to like it, right?
But I got to be honest with you, Brew. I'm taking one for my team.
Okay.
I'm
the same way.
I'm gonna drink the beer.
Yeah, and before we even get to the beer, I'm gonna say yes, and It's always funny. There's like that walk. You can tell that they got a bottle or a can in their hand as they approach. Right. Sometimes it's a sigh of relief if it's just something that I know I'm gonna at least be able to drink.
Yeah.
But if it's not,
and
they hand it to you,
this is tough.
The Don's just going for it. He's like, he's gonna take one for the team.
Okay, this is just me. I gotta be respectful.
Okay.
This is what they have in stock.
Okay.
And that's what I'm drinking that night. Now, am I gonna enjoy it? Probably not, but I gotta drink it.
He's gonna drink it.
I'm
now,
gonna drink it. I'm doubting
I
it.
will be honest. Sometimes I will say yes to the question just to see what beer they bring me. I might take a swig or two, but I am at that stage. My tastes have evolved. I wouldn't be doing this beer this podcast right now.
Are you leaving it though? Are you leaving it there in the glass mid?
I got the old dump technique. If I can make my way to some kind of sink in the house somewhere,
okay,
and do a little dump, and then
this is good.
I will switch it up to rye and cokes for the rest of the night.
This is good. I need to adapt this to my when I go to someone's
Yeah,
house.
what are you gonna do? I
hold
can't.
it- you know what? Hold it in your hand. Walk into the
I
kitchen.
don't think I
you're
can just
passing
drink
the
it all night
sink,
long.
You're passing the sink, and then boom, it goes down the drain.
And then you can be respectful. They ask you again, you want another beer? And they say, no, I'm okay.
I'm good.
I
want
switch
a
it up
Jack and
by
Coke. I want a Jack and
that
Coke.
Jack and Coke. Jack and Coke. Let's
For
do
me,
it.
I want a Jack and Coke.
Anyways, lead into our third beer. We've got the Out of Office Tropical IPA. Tell us about that.
Okay, now,
brewery.
Muskoka
Don.
Brewery.
Muskoka again. I love Muskoka Brewery.
Listen, they're
Brewery.
fresh.
Oh, yes.
They come out with their marketing is like 6-packs, seasonal. They have different stuff that comes out all the time. This one, tropical IPA.
They're fresh and unique.
There is a massive pineapple on here. There's a guy in blue with a mustache, hat, barrel,
Now,
palm trees.
there's one thing I wanted to mention about this. It's kind of an obscure type of can. He has on his hat an Adirondack chair. So again, this is called Out of Office. So it's making it seem like this guy is done with the office. He put on the ball cap.
I love it.
And he's got that symbol of the Adirondack
Is this like
chair.
a Friday afternoon? You're done
Done.
work.
Done. Now, I was looking at this one earlier. You know what it kind of reminded me of? I'm not sure if there are any fans of Ozark out there. But if you watch Ozark, they got that symbol at the beginning.
Like four.
The four symbols at the beginning, and it kind of gives you a hint about what's going to happen in the show. This is kind of the feel I get with this can. It's like, right?
You keep turning the can, and it's like a story.
It's a story.
Out of Office.
There's this island. There's a whale in the background. I don't know what this barrel is doing in the ocean here. But anyways, I'm ready to crack this bad boy. This is the Out of Office Tropical IPA.
What's the percentage on that,
Muskoka Brewery. And I'm gonna pass it back to you so you can take a look.
Yep.
What do we got for the percentage here?
Oh, we got a strong beer
Strong
again.
beer. What do we got?
That's okay. 6.3.
6.3. All right.
6.3.
That's we were all in the sixes this time around.
Surfs up. That's what they're
Surfs up.
what they're claiming.
Okay.
You're
like
thinking
it.
about vacation days.
Yep.
You're
Yep.
thinking about leaving the office like you mentioned.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Subtle notes of pineapple and guava. With subtle notes
such a
of your
big fan.
emails being ignored. You're out of the office. You're ignoring it. You're going to the beach.
Telling
A
a
whale
story.
comes up. It pops up. Boom.
This
You're
is
having
why
beer.
we got the Don Ernesto on the show. He's telling the story like
I'm trying
Shakespeare
to
over
tell
here.
it. We're 3 deep.
Amazing.
We're 3 beers deep too.
3 beers deep.
Muskoka.
And
Crack
I'm
it.
gonna crack it open.
Crack it.
We'll see what it sounds like, what it looks like. Here we go. This is beer number 3. That might have been the best crack of the night. Again, I'm like, whenever I pour it, I'm like, can you guys hear it pouring? What does it sound like? While the Don's pouring his, we got some carbonation to this. It's not a hazy. This is not a hazy IPA. It's a golden color.
Similar to the first.
It's got a nice, beautiful white
Do you feel
head
that?
on there.
Similar first, almost like a lemon.
Similar, but there was more of a haze to it. Similar in color. Similar color. And as I'm just tilting the glass, it's got that golden type of color.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
And the carbonation.
I tilt it, bro. Look at that nice yellowy, hazy color.
So I'm going to stick my nose in there like I always do, try to see if I get that smell and that aroma that I'm hoping for. Oh.
Bro.
Oh, boy.
Pineapple.
Oh, boy, pina colada. I am on vacation with this. Wow.
Oh, my God. It's like it claims it.
Holy
as
cow.
deep.
I know that there are people out there that want to get beer just for that aroma, that first whiff. Get this beer.
Oh, my
You will
God.
not be disappointed
Listen
with
to
the
me.
aroma.
The pineapple.
Oh, if I was giving a ranking of just the aroma, we're in the 9s for that.
Yes.
Wow. I hope the rest of this beer matches that aroma because, wow.
I could smell this all day.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So, again, we're going to be looking at a few things here. The aroma
Head
off the charts.
wasn't too much there.
Yeah, we got it was a
Okay.
nice white head.
Nice.
I'm gonna swish for my first, like I always do. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go with the next one. Is it close to a PAL factor?
Woo!
I got a wow, but it's not. There's taste, there's flavor, but it's not. I was hoping for a little more of that tropical flavor. I would have to say.
I'm not getting that either.
So-
However, It's smooth.
It's smooth. No, yeah,
It's
definitely
light.
smooth.
It's airy. It's the afterbite. Okay,
This-
hang on. I only had one sip, but
yeah.
let's see the afterbite
Yeah.
there.
I don't know. Before you even get to that afterbite, this is probably the most crushable of the three.
True.
I would say.
Yeah, this is crushable.
This one is dangerous
crushable.
poolside. You
Yeah.
might not stop.
This
It's
is
going down nice
crushable.
and smooth. What do you think afterbite, Don? You're the expert on that.
The afterbite
It's a 0.0
yes,
almost
yes.
on that, eh?
Oh, so
Wow.
smooth.
Like no
But
afterbite.
it's a
smooth.
6.3, bro.
Well,
a little bit higher
and
than
that's
the
the
last
thing.
one.
Does it give us the IBU on that one?
It does
Don?
not.
Again.
It does not. But there's not. Those bitter tones are not like the other two, though.
Yeah.
Now, I know we don't like to use bitter, but you know
No,
what
it's
you know
not
what
even
I mean,
close.
though. It's not even
Like
close.
if we were to guess what the IBUs were, we would say that it's probably in the teens.
Yeah.
Right? It's pretty low.
It's pretty low. It is.
So I'm gonna go in for another sip here. But I'm. It's actually, you know what? With each taste, I'm picking up more of the subtle notes of flavor. Are you getting that?
Yeah, I feel. Listen, the pineapple tones were prevalent. Now I'm thinking when I read it, the guava's there too. Like those really like nice,
I guess
tropical, fruity
shout out
sensation.
my wife and I went on vacation. She wasn't my wife when we went. She was my girlfriend at the time. We went on vacation to the Dominican Republic, and that was where I tried guava for the first time. And
Where'd
it
you
was
go?
like,
Punta Cana?
I don't remember. No,
Puerto Plata.
Puerto Plata.
Puerto Plata.
And it was the guava was freshly squeezed, and I was like, "Why the heck have I not had guava before?
Oh.
It's outstanding."
This is great.
So
I just had another sip.
Yeah, with each
Sorry,
sip, it's getting better and better for me.
yeah.
I'm telling you.
Sorry to cut you off there, but this is okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
Are you this?
No,
The bruiser's ready.
I don't know. Okay, sorry. No, I can't. I'm not gonna rush. Remember, it's not one sip. You know the rules here. If we need 10 sips, if we have to drink the whole can before we can give you an accurate rating, we're gonna do it for you. We know the beer we like. This is crushable. This has the best aroma of any of the beers I've tried in a long time.
This is a poolside.
Poolside, you hand this to anybody that likes IPAs, and they're gonna be like, "Yep, okay, thank you. I'm trying something different here."
I love it, but it's a tropical IPA. and
Tropical?
we're definitely getting that.
They're blending in the hops and that tropical flavor nicely here.
Muskoka Brewery.
Let's
did it
do this,
again.
right?
Okay,
Are we
let's
ready?
do it. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
On 3, 2, 1, 7.6.
Okay.
Woo! Big
Eight.
8 score. So
A big eight.
Big 8. We got a big 8.0
Listen.
from the Don for the out of office tropical IPA from Muskoka. I gave it a big score of 7.6. Actually, my highest score of any of the beers that we've tried on this podcast so far. So I don't want to say that my score wasn't a good one either. And but I was impressed. I would drink that.
This is fantastic.
That one is not. That's the most crushable of the beers that I've had so far.
Listen. Head, color, can.
All the boxes.
Okay, pow factor
It's
wasn't
checking up.
wasn't boom.
That's the only thing for me. If
Taste is fantastic.
you're more about the afterbite, I want that pout. If it had a little bit more pout at the beginning, it would have been in the 8s for me
I'm
too.
more afterbite, and that afterbite is.
It's so smooth.
Oh, it's
so
smooth.
smooth. There's no
I would
afterbite.
crush
There's
a-
no afterbite.
Listen, I would crush a Luminalti's pizza with this.
I'm just saying that was
Lou?
a great beer. Yeah, Lou Malnati's in there. Wow, we're gonna. Wow. Okay. Lou, if you're out there.
Pineapple,
Okay.
lava, and a Luminalti's pizza.
I love it.
Let's go.
Anyways, we're almost ready to wrap it up here. We'll be back in a few. We're back.
Yes.
This was Brews and Bros.
Episode 2.
We were doing some IPAs. I'm the bruiser.
Don Ernesto.
Those IPAs were pretty good, eh? The Don, man.
enjoyed them thoroughly. They were very, very
They were
good.
really good. We
Very
did
good.
the Wicked Awesome IPA, the Van Full of Weirdos, Juicy IPA.
Juicy.
What was-
Out of Office Tropical IPA, which
man.
I think blew our mind.
I was
in
blown
terms
away
of
with that one. I
the
really
notes
was.
that were there, the pineapple guava, you're out of the office, you're going to the beach, the whales are there. We don't need to talk about that anymore.
Honestly, it was fantastic.
It was
but
great.
all
Great.
around.
Loved it.
Anyways, let us know what you think. Do you agree with us? What do you like in terms of a beer? Do you like the hazy? Do you like the carbonation? What do you do when you have no confidence that person's going to bring you a beer that you're going to like?
Yes.
What's your technique? You let us know.
Absolutely. Drop us a comment, guys. Talk with us. We want to interact with you. This is something we want to go global with in terms of what
It'd be awesome if we can
is-
go global,
Oh,
just
my-
doing
okay.
stuff that we love.
We're shooting for the stars.
Shooting for the stars. But anyways, if you have an idea of what beers we should try next, if you're a brewery, you want us to feature your beers on our show, let us know.
We're down.
We're down. We'll do it.
Send us some merch. Actually,
Send us some merch.
Send us some beer. We'll drink
Beer,
all your
merch,
beer.
DM us. Let us know what you got going on.
Yeah.
Anyways, check us out. We're gonna have the charts updated on a weekly basis so you can see our rankings and what we're doing. The Don, what do you want to say as you take us out here?
You know what? Honestly, when we're discussing these beers, has anybody ever actually tried these?
Yeah,
beers?
these beers. Let us know if you tried the beers.
Yeah. What are your comments? Are we on? Are we on point? Do you agree with us? Do you disagree? We really don't care if you.
We don't care.
You know.
To be honest with you, you could tell us that, we're way off, and that's fine. We know the beer we
Again.
like. Just like the warning said, we know good beer. We know our taste. That's what this podcast is
That's
about.
it. We're not beer snobs.
We're not beer snobs.
We're not sommeliers.
We're chilling, trying
We
beer.
don't know the hints of hops and barley and wheat
Not
and
gonna
yeast,
happen.
and we don't know the color is
gonna
orange
happen.
and this and that.
Anyways, 2 brothers, 3 beers.
We're out.
We're out.